Hello and welcome back. Moving through the Linux directory structure is a fundamental skill. Knowing where you are and how to get to where you want to go is the first true step in understanding the terminal. Once you have that mastered, learning to make or remove, edit, copy, and move files is the next key step. In this video, we'll walk through the solution to the challenge problem involving terminal navigation. So let's open up a terminal. And let's first print our working directory using the pwd command. So we see that we are at the root directory, then the home directory, and then the user Mike's directory. I can list the contents of this directory in a long list format using ls-tac-l. And right now I'd like to change directories into the documents directory. So I'll use the cd command and cd into documents using the relative path because it's in my current path right here, so I can just type documents. If I ls, I see that this directory is empty, so I want to create two new directories, one called playground, and I'll do that using the mkdir command, make directory. So I'll make directory playground, and I'll make another one called sandbox, so mkdir sandbox. So now if I list my contents, I see I have two new directories. Let's change directories into the playground directory. So cd playground. And we again see that it's empty. But I'm going to create three files named file1, file2, and file3. I'll do this very quickly using the touch command. So I'll say touch, file1, file2, and file3. And I can do this all in one line. So if we look right now, I have my three files. They all have a size of 0 as there are no text in the files. So let's edit each file such that they contain some text of our choice. So we'll use nano to do this. So I'll say nano file1 and I'll say, hello, how are you? Exit and save. We'll do nano file2. I am doing well. Exit and save. And nano file3. This course is awesome. Exit and save. I'll clear the terminal screen, so we move back up to the top. And let's just verify that that text has been entered by displaying the contents to the terminal screen. So I can use cat, and I'll say cat file1. Hello, how are you? I can use the less command and say less file2. And it kind of gives me a separate page. Of course, this is great for larger bodies of text. For smaller ones, though, I think the cat command is more efficient, so I'll say cat file3. And it looks like all of our files have been edited with the text that we want. So now we want to copy file1 to the sandbox folder, and we want to keep its name file1. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the sandbox folder. So I'm going to go up 1 in my directory structure, and now I'm going to move into the sandbox folder. Okay, right now it's empty. But if I print the working directory here, I see the path to this location is root, home, Mike, documents, sandbox. So I'm going to remember that here. And I'm going to move back, and then I'm going to go back into my playground. So here are my files. I'd like to copy, so I'll call the cp command, file1 to the sandbox directory. And so here is the absolute path. I'm going to use the absolute path on this one. So root, home, Mike, documents, sandbox, and then I'm going to keep the name file1. Okay, looks like that file has been copied. You still see the original file here, file1. Now I want to move file2 into the sandbox folder, and we're going to rename it. We'll call it file A. So I'm going to do the move command, and I'll say move file2, and we're going to move it into the absolute path, so root, home, Mike, documents, sandbox, and we're going to rename this file A. So now if I type ls, file2 should be gone. A. Wonderful, it is. Lastly, we want to create a hard link in the sandbox folder to file 3's location here in the playground directory. So to create a link, I'll use ln, and I'm going to link file 3 to root, home, Mike, documents, sandbox, and we'll keep the name file 3. Wonderful. all done. So right now, if we just cat file 1, our text is still there. Hello, how are you? And if I cat file 3, our text is still there. This course is awesome. I'm going to clear the screen, and let's now move into our sandbox directory. So I can just type the absolute path if I wanted to, root home. Is it root home? I can't remember. Maybe I'll go up 1, and I'll cd into sandbox. So there are our files. The first thing that we want to do is remove file A. So to remove our file, I'll use the remove command, and I'll remove file A. So it is gone. Now, I want to make a change to the remaining documents. So I'm going to edit both of these. So I'll edit using nano file 1, and I'll say, hello, how are you? Could you be doing any better? I think not. I like that. So there, we've added some text. And then let's also change file 3. So we'll do nano file 3. This course is awesome. I'm so happy to be taking it. So let's verify those changes. So if I cat file 1 here, we see the changes have occurred. And if I cat file 3, we see that those changes have occurred as well. Now that we've made those changes, let's return to the playground directory. So cd up and cd playground. And so here are our files. And so we should ask ourselves, when we look at the text of these two files, will these files have changed? And so think about that for a second. Okay, we're going to check our intuition here. We're going to cat file 1 to the screen. So if I cat file 1, when I printed file 1 in the sandbox directory, it said, hello, how are you? Could you be doing any better? I think not. And when I do it here, it just says, hello, how are you? And that's because we had made a copy of file 1 when we moved it into the sandbox directory. So they're two unique files. If I cat file 3, we've made the changes in the sandbox directory to add the line, I'm so happy to be taking it. And when I cat this file here, we see that those changes did occur. And the reason why is because I made a link, so those two files are linked together. They're essentially pointing at the same file. Wonderful. So now we want to clean up. So I'm going to remove all of the files in the playground directory. I can do this by typing rm file, and then I'll use a wildcard, the asterisk, to remove anything that comes after file. And when I do this, those files are gone. I'm going to back out of this directory, and I'm going to remove the playground directory. To remove a directory, I have to use the TAC-R flag, so remove TAC-R playground, and that's cleaned up. And I could go in and remove the sandbox files, or I can remove the entire directory, TAC-R. So the TAC-R means recursive. It will not only get rid of the directory, but everything inside of it as well. So when I do that, we have no problems. And it looks like we have cleaned up any loose files that we might have made, and we're back to where we started. I think this is a great point to stop. If you were able to solve this on your own, I think you have a really good understanding of terminal navigation and how we manipulate files here in Linux, and I can't wait to see you in our next video.